I found a pattern in Wang Huning. He likes to use attributive phrases to create new words, adding a lot of qualifiers in front of the positive words to decorate the facade, such as Xi Jinping Thought on Socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era. He squeezed out the liquid in his head and made enough words, thinking that the height of Xi thought could surpass Deng Xiaoping Theory. But he hit the wrong stake in the dungeon of thought. Although the sand gathered to form a tower, CCTV, People's Daily and other media outlets shouted with all their might, but they were targeted by the theory. Just a slight touch like an avalanche, it fell down, and the plump green moss was all dry grass, and in a moment, the primary school students became naked with masts and oars blown to ashes. The following is an analysis of the Xi's Chinese Meng dream that is exaggerated and confusing. After watching this video, the primary school students will also scold Lao Wang for his ability to fail. The simplified Chinese character Meng comes from the traditional Chinese character Meng, which is composed of 3 characters: Ma, unclear vision, deformation of a person, and evening. It means the blurred vision in the mind when sleeping in bed at night, that is, illusion. What is Xi's Meng dream? In the final analysis, it is still a modifier head phrase, the illusion of the essence of dream. The explanation of Meng is 1. The visual activity caused by various stimuli inside and outside the body or external stimuli remaining in the brain when a person is sleeping. 2. Fantasy, illusion. We have a clear understanding of the Chinese connotation of Meng. In layman's terms, it is the false fantasy in the brain when a person is not awake. So what is the extension of Meng? From the perspective of good and bad, there are good dreams and nightmares. From the summary of praise and criticism, there are more criticisms than praises. A dream of a yellow millet, daydreaming, living a life of drunkenness and dreaming. The moonlight in the sky illuminates both fantasy and dream. The difference between Xi's Meng dream and China's Mengxiang dream is one word, and they are essentially different. They are 2 different cars running on 2 roads. China's Mengxiang dream is an ideal, an expectation for the future. In reality, you want a future career or a situation that can be achieved, but you have to work hard to achieve it. Dreams are something that makes you feel that persistence is happiness, and it can even be regarded as a belief. Xi's China's Meng dream is ultimately a primary school student's own autocratic fantasy, amending the constitution and the president of the country for life, promoting autocracy, forming cliques for personal gain, only promoting cliques and excluding talents, good cultural revolution-style dictatorship, various central group leaders of the judiciary, administration, military, economy, diplomacy, etc. Prodigal son. The good cards accumulated by Deng Xiaoping and Jiang Zemin in the past 40 years have now been played badly. China and the United States are at loggerheads, China and Europe are irreconcilable, China and Australia are incompatible, China and Japan are drifting apart. The economy is declining and we are all poor. Mao Zedong personally commanded and deployed the 3 major battles and established China. Hua Guofeng personally commanded and deployed the arrest of the Gang of Four, ending the 10-year Cultural Revolution and recuperating. Deng Xiaoping personally commanded and deployed reform and opening up, and China was revived. Jiang Zemin personally commanded and deployed China's entry into the WTO in 1998, and gained a new life. Hu Jintao personally commanded and deployed the earthquake relief in Wenchuan, Sichuan, and was praised by everyone. Primary school student Xi Jinping also personally commanded and deployed the fight against the new crown epidemic. He was stubborn and devoted to the 3-year social zero clearing, like a blind man riding a blind horse, running into the abyss in the dark. Strict lockdowns have failed. The fire in Urumqi killed dozens of people, but no one was held accountable. The blank paper revolution is the people's resistance. People's livelihood is in decline, enterprises are closed, the economy is in crisis, college graduates are unemployed, the land is devastated, and there are long queues at crematoriums everywhere. Family members have no choice but to find a way out. The blackness of the lives lost in the public square has truly realized the Chinese nightmare of zero social clearance, which is the most brilliant color of the Xi's Chinese dream canvas. The people are most anxious to see him eating buns in Qingfengpu. How can the descendants of high-ranking officials understand the suffering of the people? He eats too much MSG, and too many sodium atoms accumulate on his retina, so he can't see the trap set by Wang Huning for him. Wang Huning is best at celebrating funerals and whitewashing the peace, but his bad deeds are touted as the people's leader who supports the collapsing building and turns the tide. The edifice erected by the previous governments was intact, but its foundation has been hollowed out by the elementary school student Xi Jinping. China's tens of millions of tons ship was sailing steadily, but the elementary school student, together with a bunch of minions including Li Chong, Kai Chi, etc., has drilled holes in the bottom, turning it into a broken boat and a rotten pot, and is still happily carrying the people of China to sink in the icy sea. This is really pushing harder when the building is about to collapse, and crashing into the reef when the raging waves have already overturned.